So basically today what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fabricate a chicken into its 8 parts, 2 wings, 2 breasts, 2 thighs, 2 legs. What I'm going to do first is what we call spatchcock the chicken. And I wanna show you that because spatchcocking is a way where you can cook a whole chicken or even a whole turkey and it cooks very evenly. I'm just gonna show you one technique to cut up your chicken. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a cut down both sides of the spine and completely cut the back out, okay? And that's gonna be our first step. So normally what I like to do is take the knife and just kind of draw a line on either side as a guide so that I basically know where I'm gonna make my cut. Sit the chicken up, and then you're gonna take your knife and you're gonna cut down where you made those marks. Now be careful that you don't put the point of the knife too far because you'll hit the breast and then you'll damage that muscle, and we don't wanna do that, okay? So there's one side, and then you wanna come down the other side. So here we have the back, and again, we normally use that for stock and whatnot. Now you have the chicken basically opened up, and this is what spatchcocking is. And you can see now that it's gonna roast basically evenly. Normally when you roast the whole bird, the breast cooks first, and then the thighs get done, and by the time the thighs are done, the breast can be very dry. So by putting this on a rack of vegetables, it's gonna absorb that flavor, and it's going to cook evenly. And what I wanna do now is I wanna cut right through the center, and I'm gonna cut through the breastbone so that we can get the 2 halves of the chicken. So now we're just gonna come right down the center of the chicken, and we have our 2 halves. A wing, a thigh, a leg, and the breast, and then the other half the same thing. So now we're just gonna cut it into its parts. So of course, we have no bones between the thigh and the breast, so we just find that area there and we're just gonna cut right through it. So now we have our thigh and our leg, and then we have our breast and our wing. So we have a wing, and then we have the breast, and notice the bone is still in the breast, and we can bone that out very easily if we want to. So then we have the leg and the thigh. You make a little mark right there, and then you're just gonna cut through where you made that mark. And it's gonna go right through and separate, okay? You're not gonna be cutting through bone, you're gonna be cutting at the joint. And then it gives you the leg and the thigh. And of course, if you wanna take the skin off, you can do that. And there you have your 8 parts, okay? We've got the 2 legs, the 2 wings, the 2 breasts, the 2 thighs. Any questions from the audience?